Hello guys, welcome back to Gospel News, where they bring on an update back to back. In case you have not subscribed to this channel, then we are wondering what you are waiting for. And if you are not sharing the videos, that's another error from your end. That shouldn't be happening. No be waiting they suppose they discuss on national TV. Be that one who I beg you. Quickly go and touch the share button so that the update can go viral. It is very, very important. May we proceed on as it take the go. So today is still the first day of May 2023. On as it take the hot, the Biafra Prime Minister, former spokesperson, Abi nice to be that spokesperson. Yeah, but we know that he is the current Biafra Prime Minister to the Biafra government in exile. He don't cut chain, come out. He say no be small matter, nothing go happen in the recent months to come. Say they no go take am easy with the way when Nigerians take the treat the situation of Igbos and Biafrans in general in the country. Like I show now a tweet he dropped. Say if they no take care, it go red for them. Update. And he don't talk say there will be a 4-day sit-at-home civil disobedience in Biafra land from 8th May to 11th May 2023 to demand the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. This sit-at-home is a warning to the state government of the old eastern region of Nigeria that if they fail to secure the release of MNK and other illegally detained Biafrans by 11th of May 2023, we will embark on 2 weeks sit-at-home immediately after the WAEC examination, which ends on 20th of June 2023. They say this thing, go down well, or say if they no release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, say the kind chain when you get now a big one. But with the kind energy where they embody now, say go cut that chain, give them for Nigeria, make them collect woto. As UGN come hear this matter, now so they jump up inside where they say, this order now the kind thing we they like to hear or say, oh no, say may everybody they adhere to this order. We be say they don't hear now. Say they gallant, they ready gidigba. Say they won't carry all this operations. Say may everybody sit down for house. Say they no go take unlikely to anybody we be say then they use Mazen Nnamdi Kanu they play anytime we they call for waiting go make then release them. And we also want to pass a message on personal note to the Prime Minister of Biafra government in exile will be Simon Ekpa. Say there are many ways to kill a rat. We know that this sit-at-home is also impacting on the government, but there are other measures also to be taken to demand for the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, which should also be looked into. Sit-at-home alone, because with this sit-at-home from 8th to 11th of May, remember also that the inauguration of Tinubu will be on the 29th of May. If I'm not mistaken, that's when the Oponkonyano Grenasorok will be handing over. So does that mean that another sit-at-home will also be after this one, that we, put people at home on the inauguration day of Tinubu across the country? That's the question that we are asking. So I don't know how this one take day, but now waiting there on point. Now we they tell on now, say we see them for social media. Now so we still carry the matter, can they tell on now here, say if they fail to release the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, say 2 weeks lockdown, say 9 they go, they play, give the Southeast governors, say you go red, you go woto for them, say that 2 weeks sit at home, say now the Biafra Liberation Army, now them fee talk, now them fee even pass message on top that matter, say may everybody sit down for house. Or else, so you go shock them. Now look at another tweet coming from him as well. He said that we are coming with a package no one has ever seen in freedom fighting. After this, those who occupied our land will flee and never return. Those enablers of the occupiers must know when to throw in the towel. This is another tweet coming from the Biafra Republican government in exile, from the office of the Prime Minister, where they call Simon Ekpa. Now the information where they pass out can't give us be that. And I have a video where they discuss all this matter. But before we go to that video, we also have another update here to tell you, say this country is not for us. They say that the Nigerian police have detained former Senator Andy Uba in Anambra State. I say, you don't shock them. When we they tell on this country no before now. Anything when Igbo man do na offense, then they find way to arrest them, to carry him. Once it's not Fulani, Oga, you're on your own. Oh. See how then they trouble FFK, despite his support for the APC. They see the trouble him. If to say na Fulani, maybe the story for don't die down. What about Magu? We know here Magu will be EFCC Oga before. We they say he loot money, chop better money for people hand. But up to today, the matter, they don't swallow him. No, check out how they arrest this man for Abuja. So, since all of them no one build house for Southeast, maybe they stay there. Everybody won't run to Abuja, where then they use they do caricature, shameless politicians. They say that the Nigerian police have arrested and detained the former senator representing Anambra South Senatorial Zone and the governorship candidate of the All Progressive Congress, APC, in Anambra State, Senator Andy Uba in Abuja. He was reportedly arrested on Wednesday, April 26th. The former senator was arrested by the Inspector General of Police, IGP Monitoring Unit, although the exact reason for his arrest is still kept by the police. A former senior special assistant to former President Olusegun Obasanjo, Andy Uba has always been at his best when he courts controversy. He is either enmeshed in a political, business, or private controversy. The last controversy the governorship aspirant of Anambra State was enmeshed in was over a debt of 50 million naira he owed renowned businessman Ato Eze, prompting the seizure of some of his cars when he refused to pay back. Even this Ato Eze, with this kind of story, it is a shame. They go say, oh, Ato Eze, he's a billionaire, he's oil magnet, he's water dropper, he's water pipe, he's agu, he's this, he's that. But look at ordinary 50 million naira. Now still they carry Andy Uba up and down for. This is a very big shame to Ato Eze, saying they carry this man up and down. Never even know about that kind of story. Saying they carry Andy Uba because of 50 million naira. Although the money big for a person who never get money, but to people like Ato Eze, this is money that should be forgiven with the kind of name within the answer. Opato Zuora, Iriwa, this and that, to all those things are rubbish if they cannot forgive ordinary 50 million naira for their brother, we say maybe he needs help. I don't know. I don't understand. If Nigeria government still they pursue Andy Uba, Ato Eze go still they pursue Andy Uba, my people, Muna Puma for this matter, make I see your comment below. Muna let me know what you na they talk for this kind story when we they hear. He had promised to be making a monthly 1 million naira installment payment, but defaulted on that promise. He, however, denied he got any loan from Eze when the matter came up in court. When Sahara reporters contacted the first public relations officer, CSP Muyiwa Adejobi, he said, no report like that before his table. Una the hear so the one now don't deny, say the report no reaching table. So how this matter take day now, we no know. But Ato Eze, maybe now still arrest him this time. But Ato Eze, I think you are supposed to be richer than all this cheap change when they hear say they pursue this man up and down for. Well, Nigeria has not been for you. All of you know, I know even one build international airport for the whole Southeast. Muna from there they fly, go London, go America, go UAE, go Spain, go Europe, everything. Abuja. They buried. I beg you, may I play on this video where we say they hot where they were discussing our brother and this Biafra referendum. Why is Nigeria ignoring the call for referendum? Watch this video and see for yourself.
Have been rearrested, but that the issues and the agitations, what he's championing, may not go to rest. And the question on the minds of a lot of people is, with the agitations we have seen in the Southeast, would his rearrest actually fuel what we have been seeing in the Southeast?
Well, his arrest will not just fuel it. What will fuel more agitation is if he's not given fair trial. If the people perceive persecution instead of diligent, lawful prosecution and fair trial, then there will likely to be some backlash. My brother and friend Ajide mentioned the issue of referendum. And the question is, why is Nigeria of today shying away from that much needed referendum? On 11th February 1961, there was a referendum to determine the life of the British Cameroon. And in that referendum, the northern British Cameroon decided to go to Nigeria, and the southern British Cameroon decided to go to Cameroon. A lot of issues about religion and the rest played out. On 10th August 1963, Nigeria, this Nigeria that we have today, went into a referendum to determine the life of the old Midwestern region. And it was carved out from the then Western region through a referendum. In Catalan region of Spain, there was a referendum on whether they were going to remain or not. In Kurdish region of Turkey, of Iraq, there was a referendum. In Britain of late, there was a referendum whether they are going to remain with EU or whether they are going to go out of EU.
Absolutely.
So what the agitation that Nnamdi Kanu is championing is a civil agitation which the federal government has given the tent of criminality. It's embarrassing that government will do the normal Nigerian approach where a man and another man has issues with their land. They are tussling for land. The other man wants to bring in the police. He says there is threat to his life, that he tried to kill him and all that. Meanwhile, none of those things existed. Otherwise, what has Nnamdi Kanu done as a person that will warrant the charges of treason, that will warrant the charges of money laundering, that will warrant the charges, those high-ranking charges, which of course, government knows that they have to prove beyond all reasonable doubt.
Absolutely.
And it is the lack of that proof that has made government in the first instance to keep Nnamdi Kanu unlawfully in detention for 2 good years. You know what that means? And then even when he has now started going through his trial, government could not have the patience to wait for the law to take its course, and they stampeded him out of the country. Who is now the culprit in the matter between Nnamdi Kanu and federal government? I mean, let's look at issues the way they are, and not just being sentimental about, oh, he's insulting anybody. When has insult become a crime?
Right.
It is a law of thought. It is a tortious offense of which, if you feel insulted, when America was going for election, somebody made an image of Donald Trump, a naked image of Donald Trump with a small ball, and kept it in a massive square. Did you not see it? How Donald Trump killed him? The problem we have today is that we are not operating democracy. What we have is a civilian rule managed by military hands. And those tenets of democracy are lacking in Nigeria. Otherwise, why would federal government be so sensuous about issues of criticism and issues of civil agitation? What is wrong with that? If we go by way of referendum, if government, the same government is saying that Nnamdi Kanu has so many followers, does that not tell you something? If he is alone, would he have such followers? If the government now claims that the followers are essentially illiterate, conduct a referendum and say, let only those with school cert. Of course, you know that to be a president in Nigeria, you need only school certificate. Right. To be a senator, a governor, only school certificate. Conduct a referendum and place a benchmark that only those with school certificate would vote in that referendum, and let us see whether Nnamdi Kanu is alone or not. Okay. Government is shying away from the truth, and government is hiding from its shadows.
Right. Now I have...
When I don't hear matter.
2 hour wait, the court delivers its judgment, discharging Mr. Nnamdi Kanu of the 6-count charge of terrorism on the grounds that the trial court lacks the jurisdiction to entertain the charges against him. The court held that an unlawful and extraordinary rendition without adherence to due process of the law is a gross violation of all international conventions, protocols and treaties that Nigeria is signatory to, as well as a breach of the appellant's fundamental human rights. The appellate court holds that the federal government failed to controvert the allegation that the IPOB leader was abducted in Kenya and brought back to Nigeria without extradition proceeding. The court further adds that the government was ominously silent on the issue, which is described as very pivotal in determining whether the trial court will still have the jurisdiction to continue with the criminal proceeding before it. The court also notes that Nigeria is a signatory to African Union Convention, which was ratified on April 28, 2022, as well as the Charter on Human and People's Rights, which it said prescribed how a wanted person could be transferred from one country to another through an extradition request, which must be in writing with a statement indicating offences for which a person is wanted. The appellate court held that the government's action tainted the entire proceeding it initiated against Mr. Nnamdi Kanu and amounted to an abuse of criminal prosecution in general. Although the counsel to the federal government left the court immediately after the judgment, the lawyer Mr. Kanu reacts to the judgment.
There was one fundamental issue on which the court today anchored this judgment, this intermediate court. And that is that the lower court never evaluated the mountain of evidence placed before it regarding the forceful capture, kidnap, torture, and extraordinary rendition of Nnamdi Kanu from.
Okay, the video it don't finish, but at least these are the videos that we've streamed over and over again. But I just wanted you to hear that man speaking on referendum and how the Nigerian government has failed woefully to tackle issues rightly. Una dey see matter as it take the go na fugo sime. So this is what we are all talking about, how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been misjudged by the Nigerian government, who is the judge and also the accuser. Not be juju be that. Buhari should release this man before he leaves office, before people go change their mind. Tinubu should also tell him so that he can have a peaceful country where he go dey govern. May they conduct a referendum so that everybody go their papa and mama houses. So, anyways, let me know what you think about the upcoming sit at home that the Biafra Republic government in exile Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has issued, and whether are there no options, which we are also talking about, should be tackled as well. I'll see you guys on the next update. Remain blessed and don't forget to share this video. Thank you.